Okay, I found some old copper. Looks like flashing. This stuff is old. And it's fairly thin. But I was wondering if I could make a copper steel out of this. I've been reading about these on the internet. Anyway, this video is about taking some scrap copper that I found in a junkyard and for free, and gonna try to make a steel out of it. So we'll see. Looks like this first sheet's about 5 foot long, and the next piece is about 6 feet long. Looks like they're about 24 inches wide. This one might be about 20 inches wide. Anyway, we'll see what we can do with it. Okay, I've kind of cleaned the sheets up a little bit, and now I'm just kind of beating out any little dents that I see using my dolly hammer. Just trying to smooth them out a little bit. Little places like this right here, curled up. Just beating those down. Okay, I've been cleaning on this one sheet of copper for probably about an hour and a half. Got it looking pretty good, and obviously this is going to be the inside and this is going to be the outside. Actually kind of looks like a wood barrel. That's pretty cool looking, I think. So anyway, first steps in building a kiln. I'm sorry, a steel. Okay, I'm using this little protractor, and I'm going to scribe a little 3/4 inch line down one of the long sides here, and I'll show you why I'm going to do that in a minute, but I'm just going to scribe this right here. Now along that scribed line I'm cutting some little jagged edges. It looks like this. These are going to support the bottom. Just take your time. Start cutting your little V-notches on one side. Now what I'm doing is bending these little tabs that I cut at a 90-degree angle inward. And what works pretty good for me, I don't have any sheet metal benders, but these little nippers work fairly good. They have a fairly wide surface area. Just simply put them in between on that line that we scribed earlier, and then press down and pull up. Done. So just doing that all along. I'll straighten them up in just a second after I get them all bent up. Then I'll use my dolly, which is this right here. This is just an auto body dolly. I'll use that to go along here, and see how it has a curved surface. Put it right there and straighten them out like that. Okay, so this is what we have. We have a sheet of copper, and I have the tabs cut here. What I'm going to do now is go along with my dolly and just kind of straighten the tabs out. I don't have any way of holding this camera, but basically you just tap it like that. Just going to go along down the edge where these tabs are. Just keep those straight. I'll show you the difference of what it's like using the dolly. See how nice and smooth these tabs are right here? It's perfect 90-degree angle, as opposed to not using the dolly. And look, see how these are kind of like shark's teeth. See how irregular they are? So the dolly is necessary to make for a nice clean joint whenever you go to solder this together. So now that we've completed those bottom tabs, it should look something like this. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is roll this together and temporarily clamp it to make the walls of the mash barrel. Okay, now I'm at the point of attaching it one side to the other, and I modified it a little bit. I wanted it to be a little more narrow. This is about a 5-gallon batch right here. The other was a little bit too big. I wanted something I could put on a hot plate, and something that would heat the mash on a hot plate real nice, and this will do it. It's about 5 gallons. And what I'm doing now is I've cleaned the edges, I've drilled holes, and I've put in some copper rivets. And I looked in the store for copper rivets. There were none, so I just made my own. And all I did was simply take some ground wire off of a 30 amp wire here, cut it on my little bandsaw into about a quarter of an inch long, or maybe a little less. And then I used my drill guide to figure out which size drill bit I needed that would match the diameter of the copper. And then I drill the holes, and now I'm just peening them in, and you can see it turns out really nice. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a copper rivet right there. Nice and smooth. Got one down here at the bottom also. I'm going to put a couple more in, and then I'll solder. Okay, I'm just going along here putting in my rivets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's going to be 9 rivets in this little area here. Now, if I had somebody to help me, I'd show you how I do this, but it's kind of hard to. But basically, I've got these little copper ground rod that I've cut to about a quarter of an inch, and I just use my needle nose pliers to place it in the hole. Well, that one fell through, but I place them in the hole, and then I put my dolly on the inside, and oh, good, you're here. All right, just video me. I was trying to explain how to do this. All right, here's what I'm working at. All right, here's my hole that I drilled. Here's the ground electrode that I've cut. Placed it in the hole, and I put in my dolly on the inside here, like that. And then start cleaning over the top. Alright, now that I have the top peened over, it won't fall through. What I do is I flip it over, and I use this hammer, and I place the top of the rivet that I just peened over on the hammer. Alright, shine right in. This is the rivet. Now you can see it's not all the way through just yet, but as I go around this, there. Now the rivet is sticking up proud of the copper, and then I just go to peening that over. Okay. Now, that's what it looks like. All homemade rivets, and they're all in place. Okay. I now have soldered the edge, It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, but maybe it'll hold water. And surprisingly, it's a lot stronger too. So, what I'm going to do next is cut out a bottom. I'll use my compass, draw a circle, and then that's going to fit in the bottom right in there. Okay, using my compass, I marked a circle for the bottom and try to put it in next. Cut it out using my 10 snip. Okay, I've cut it out, and it fits in there really nice. It's a little bit snug, but that's what I want. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to put just a little bit of a lip around the edge, and I'm going to use my dolly to try and accomplish that. Just going to put it right to the edge and then hammer up on that just to make a real tiny lip. Okay, I'm getting ready to solder this into the bottom, but first I want to remind you to be sure to clean your outer area where there will be solder. And again, for the inside, be sure to clean it as well. Now, those little teeth down there will get you. So what I used is my drill with this type of sander on the end to sand those. I also cleansed it, after I cleansed everything and sanded it, I cleansed it without acetone. That just gets rid of any grease, because I want this to be a really good solder connection. And I hope you can now see the little lip that I've placed at the bottom. See the little lip I have on there? Anyway, that makes it a little stronger and gives a little more surface area for the solder to attach. So that's what I did on mine anyway. Okay, I have the bottom soldered in now. It's pretty strong. Yeah, the question is, will it hold water? I don't know. We'll try that tomorrow, I guess. Okay, I've just finished soldering the pot, and I'll show that to you. Around the outside, as well as on the inside. The inside is not as pretty, but it's soldered. Big deal is does it hold water? That's what we're about to find out. So take this stupid thing off. Yeesh. Okay. Alright, water faucet and my pot. And the answer is no, it does not hold water. In fact, it has multiple leaks. So, that's no good.